Okay, what is up everyone? Thank you all so much for 250 subscribers. As of like a few days ago, the channel actually passed 250 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Thank you all so much for that. And to celebrate, I thought, why not reveal my first Extreme Demon that I'm going to be completing at long last. I've been waiting to make this video for years at this point. My current hardest is a level called Ultrasonic, which I beat back in 2022, and after that I wanted to do like an Extreme Demon, but I got kind of caught up with levels, mostly Dark Travel. But yeah, now that I finally completed it earlier this year, I thought it's time. I can't delay this any longer. One thing I will just say, I'm not going to start grinding this immediately. If you've been like following me for like the past year and a half, you may know that I've been doing a marathon of all these stupid map packs. I'm almost done now, so priority number one is get this done. Like get this marathon done. Like the next one I need to do as we're recording is Demon Pack 7, and after that I will start grinding this Extreme Demon like crazy. Anyway, what is my first ever Extreme Demon going to be? Well, it is actually, you know what? Before I reveal it, as you can imagine, like I've been playing this game for a few years, so I've practiced quite a lot of Extreme Demons. Like there's been a lot of candidates. All these levels here have been like candidates, so which one have I picked? Well, Cataclysm and Aku are the obvious like first Extreme Demon picks. However, I previously said that I wasn't going to do Aku, so this is gone. Cataclysm I've actually put a lot of practice into, and I'd love to do this someday. I've even got 67 to 100, I think. However, the beginning of the level is stupidly tough. Like, specifically in the mini wave, there are like 3 frame perfect clicks in a row on 60 FPS. And also the level's just really unbalanced. Yeah, I'm struggling with this level a bit. So this is going to have to wait. And also, like Aku, everyone actually does Cataclysm like for their first extremes. Like, it's either Cataclysm or Aku that people do as their first extremes. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to stick out from the crowd a bit. So won't be Cataclysm or Aku. So which is it then? As I previously mentioned, Ultrasonic is my current hardest level, and my previous hardest before that was Supersonic. So you might think that I'd be interested in doing Hypersonic, and I'm really interested in doing this level at some point, and that is why I want to do this. Not as my first extreme though. One, if I did this level as my first extreme after doing like Supersonic and Ultrasonic as hardest, then I'd have to do like Subsonic, and I kind of feel like not wanting to do a jump like that. And also I've heard kind of mixed responses to this level, so yeah, this is off as well. Anyway, Glisten is actually a very 60Hz friendly Extreme Demon. Like, it focuses entirely on timings. And I will say, one of the hardest parts about picking an Extreme Demon is just picking one that's like 60Hz friendly, and Glisten, very 60Hz friendly. It only tests you on like one skill though, and like, I kind of want a level that tests a broad amount of skills, you know, like a little bit of shit, a little bit of wave, a little bit of timings, maybe some memory, you know. But yeah, this, I still interested in doing, but not quite yet though. So, is it Falling Up or Cicada? Which one do you think it is? If you guys remember back in like March of this year, I made a little bet with one of my Twitch mods that if they could beat Cybernetic Crescent before the 1st of April, that I would have to do this as my first extreme. And long story short, they lost the bet. I won. So I don't technically have to do this. This is actually like, I've seen videos for this, and this is actually a really cool level. Well, it's 7.5 minutes long, and I don't want to have to do like a 7-minute long level as my first extreme. So yeah, this is out. So that means that falling up has to be my first extreme, right? Well, if you thought falling up was going to be my first extreme, you are 100% totally wrong. This level has a very buggy duel at the end, and also it's Kamul gameplay. If you've played Kamul levels, Kamul gameplay is quite weird and unique. And for that, plus the buggy duel at the end, I don't think this will be a good first extreme. So this is out. So, what have I actually picked to be my first extreme? It is... Drum roll, please. Crowd control! The hat is off. Crowd control is going to be my first extreme. I am having a lot of fun with this level. It's a pretty 60 Hz friendly extreme demon for the most part. And out of all the extreme demons I've played, it's like one of the most balanced beginner extreme demons I've ever played. And it's also like already getting pretty consistent. That's kind of why I want to do crowd control. Anyway, we're gonna start off by like just doing a practice run. I've already spent like 3,000 attempts into this. This first jump is, these first two inputs are tight. Some of the tightest in the level, I think. But once you make it past, look, that's the entire cube done. And then we get to this ball, which has got pretty similar timings. And then we get into another cube part. This part just has some like weird timings, but I'm pretty sure, like, as this is close to the beginning of the level, this will get really consistent. And then once we get, and then we're already at the drop, and we hit one of only 2 ship parts in this level. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get consistent. Like this doesn't seem too bad, this ship part. And once we get to this ball, we've got some fast timings, and I guess it is a little bit harder, but I'm pretty sure this will get consistent as well. And now we get to this wave! This part, okay, this is the hardest part of the level, this wave. And this is, like, legit the only part of the level that I'm actually quite scared of. It is so ridiculous to do, and this is where I feel like I need the most amount of help. I've been practicing this for like I think a month at this point, and I still can't get this wave down. What would you guys suggest I do to like get consistent at this wave, you know? Because like I said before, like I'm probably not gonna be grinding this for a few weeks while I finish all the map packs, but is there anything you suggest I do, or should I just like throw in attempt after attempt at this part? Oh, so close, come on. So close! There we go, I did it. Okay, that's like one of the hardest parts of a wave, and then we gotta do another two clicks here. Some of this just feels a bit like spam, if I'm honest, but I know that's like not gonna help me get through this because, you know, it's an extreme demon. I suppose something that could help. I might have to go play some 9 Circles levels, specifically those with like really tight, fast mini wave, just because that might actually help a lot. Just don't make it harder than Ultrasonic, because I want this to be my new hardest. So maybe keep it to like hard demon, but yeah. If you guys know any like levels, oh great, okay, right, hold on. I wonder if I can do this last part of the wave, because once you go into like the big wave, it actually gets a bit easier. It's still hard though. This is still the hardest part of the level. Yes, there we go. I did a little bit of a wave there. Okay, right. This part is the easiest part of the level. It's just memorization. Yeah, see, I just did it. And then this part, still a bit hard, this part, I think, but this is also, like, way more consistent than the wave at the same time. And then we got a robot parts here. You just do a big jump into the yellow portal there. Got some hard timings here with the orbs, I guess. And you do have to buffer it as well. And we get into a harder cube part, mostly because I've noticed that the timings are like faster. And there are actually coins in this level. Like, should I go for the coins? But yeah, like this part is like harder, like especially that blue orb coming up. Like that is a hard timing there. And then you can actually hold here. Is it worth holding? Oh my word, what? Oh great, I've never struggled with this black orb timing that much. Oh my word, come on, I can do this part. Come on, please. Yes, there we go. And then this UFO. This part also slightly worries me. It's quite a long UFO part, but there's just some awkward timings. I'm sure they'll get consistent. And then there's a really awkward timing with that yellow orb at like 55%, I think. Or 56, I don't know. Oh my god, that's so awkward. I can't do it. Wow. This has to be like the second hardest part of the level, I think. And then I've actually like, and then we get into the second half of the UFO part, which I've almost done this whole second half of the UFO in like one go. There's still some hard timings though. Like, especially that green orb I just tied to. And then there's like 4 blue orbs in a row. And then, oh great, these blue orbs. This is what I was just talking about. These blue orbs are tough. Oh great, so close. Oh, there we go, I did it. And then it gets a little bit easier here. Like, still some timings. Like, it's an extreme demon. So easy could mean like still really hard. As it does in most extremes, but it does get a little bit easier here than the rest of the UFO. And then we get into a robot part, and I've done this whole robot part up to 81%. So that's like a whole like 10% of the level right there. But yeah, I do like this robot part a lot. It might be one of my favorite parts of the level. And then there's something really interesting here. Oh great, hold on. Bad checkpoint first. You can hit the green orb, but you can also hit the blue orb and still make it. So which is easier? Like, I feel like the blue orb is slightly easier. I feel like I kind of need some like help there. So yeah, and then oh my god, yeah. See, I just did that whole part there. Like, I'm pretty consistent there. I will say the dash orb, like the pink dash orb, it's quite a hard timing as well. Like, it's something I have struggled with a bit. But once I make it here, I've done 81 to 100. This is one of the easiest parts of the levels, and it's kind of nice because like the level does slow down a bit, like gives you a little bit of a breather. Although ship gameplay to end the level, I feel like I do have a bit of a pattern down for the ship part. Like, fire a little bit, and then when you like go to transition to the like portals here, like I find just doing 2 clicks works. Still hard though. Like, especially as this is going to be my first extreme. There we go. Right, and then once you make here, if you die there, you get John Wicked. I love how John Wick appears at the end, but the timing here is late on the green orb and then buff of the yellow orb. Like that. So it's basically a bit of a spam there. But yeah, that's crowd control. And it's only 1 minute and 6 seconds long. Wow, okay, I actually didn't know that. Yeah, this is what my first extreme is going to be. There's a few parts which I'm struggling with, mostly the wave, but in like the time that I've been practicing this, like this is the extreme demon I've had the most amount of fun with. And yeah, I'm like really excited to do this. Once again, I will be like completing all the map packs first. I'm going to be grinding this like hard. Like, I already know that this is going to take me a while, but yeah. What I'm going to do now is that I just want to make it to the drop. So yeah, let's go from 0, shall we? Yo, 6%. Let's go. Oh, 10%. Let's go. Double digits officially. Okay, come on. 11%. I can totally make it for drop. Come on. Yes! 17%! I got past for ship. Oh, great. Okay, that is... I am super happy with that. I nearly made it to the hardest part. I nearly made it to the hardest part of the level already. Okay, so 70%. I've also done what's it called? 70 to 81% roughly, and of course 81 to 100. Still got a lot of work to do. Like, this is gonna be my first extreme. There's gonna be a lot of struggles. Please help me with like some of the parts that I've like mentioned in this video. But yeah, super excited to do this. once I finish all the map packs, which should hopefully only be a few weeks now. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for 250 subscribers once again. And I shall see you all later. Wish me luck, guys.